Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this video today I wanted to chat with you guys a little bit about feed zone tactics and some things you can do within the feed zones that can help you be a little bit more efficient and help you, catch that all-important water bottle or snack bag, whatever you're looking to get in the feed zones. I was actually thinking about this a few days ago, about how stressful going through the feed zones, can be. And for anybody not familiar, basically what the feed zone is it is a designated portion or area within the course or section of road within the course, typically on road races or long circuit races, where the race organizers will have a location where basically people on the side of the road can provide the riders with either a water bottle or a snack bag, something to that effect. Basically, items, food items, nutrition items that the riders are going to need to get through the race. It's called the feed zone. And there's a couple of different, feed zone tactics that I'm going to discuss with you guys that I think can help you be a little bit more efficient in there and actually catch, that water bottle or actually, get that snack bag that you're looking to get, because like I said, the feed zones can be very stressful. And the one thing you should know is that it's pretty much an unwritten rule within bike racing that you don't attack your competitors within the feed zones. The feed zones, like I said, they're very stressful portions of the race. You've got a bunch of riders, all looking to get, a water bottle or a snack bag, and a lot of times you've got riders going from one side of the road to the other, and they can be very stressful. And in a lot of times, accidents, and a lot of times bad accidents, can happen within the feed zone because they're very chaotic. And if you've ever been on a long road race and gone through a feed zone, you'll understand what I'm talking about there. And they can be very stressful, especially if you're in the middle of a long race and you've got a lot of mileage left to ride, and you really need to get this water bottle or this snack bag that's going to help you make it to the end of the race. So like I said, the biggest thing is the unwritten rule: don't attack your competitors in the feed zone. That's your time to slow down, go through there methodically, and get the items you need to continue on the race. And you guys can take up racing each other once you get through the feed zone. But you shouldn't be attacking competitors in the feed zone. That's one of the quickest ways to get a bad name in bike racing, and to have your competitors really look down upon you, is if you would try to attack them within the feed zone. Pretty much it's a hands-off, no attacking in there. Now, as far as tactics to help you get through there a little bit more efficiently, obviously I would recommend practicing. I think it's important that you even if it's just with a family or a friend, somebody who won't be there feeding you in the feed zone, but practice getting a bottle on the side of the road from somebody standing there. Practice as if you're going through a feed zone. You want to try to get some efficiency down, and the more you practice, obtaining a bottle or obtaining a snack bag, on the side of the road, the better you're going to be actually going through a feed zone. So practice this kind of thing. I think that's important to do. Now, as far as actually on race day, a couple things that you want to do is obviously, whoever it's going, whether it's going to be another teammate or, a family member or somebody, whoever's going to be feeding you in the feed zone, you want to make sure that you go over a couple things with them before the race. And a couple of tips that I would recommend doing is having whoever's going to be feeding you standing on the side of the road in the feed zone, have them wearing a particular clothing item, rather it be a team kit, a particular colored jacket, some way, or a particular colored hat. Something that's going to stand out to you on the side of the road, that's going to make it easy for you to identify the person who's got your water bottle who has your snack bag. Okay, so you want to have this pre-hashed out before the race. Hey, I'm going to be wearing a bright orange ball cap. It's going to make it a lot easier for you to recognize your person within the feed zone that you're looking for. Another thing you want to do is have that person, okay, again, discuss this before the race, have them stand in a particular portion of the feed zone. Tell them, say, hey, I'll be looking for you towards the end of the feed zone, or I'll be looking at you towards the beginning of the feed zone. One thing that I like to do on that end and is if have your person be at the beginning of the feed zone. This way here, if you happen to miss your water bottle, it still gives you a portion, it still gives you time within the feed zone to maybe catch some neutral water. A lot of times in these longer road races, they'll have neutral water. And you can, so this way here, if you happen to, drop the water bottle or, or whatever, this stuff happens, or you just miss your person because of the chaos, you still have time to catch some neutral water. As opposed to if you're looking for your person at the end of the feed zone and you bypass all the neutral water providers looking for your person, and then you miss that water bottle at the end of the feed zone, now unless you stop and go back and get some water, you're going to be screwed. So I like to be looking for my feed at the beginning of the feed zone to give me the possibility to maybe catch a neutral water if I miss my actual feed. And another thing that you want to do is, again, it's very important. Again, this is more for the person who's actually providing the feed. But again, as the racer, as the rider, you can tell the person what you want them to do. And what's very oftentimes what you see the people within the feed zone doing is they hold the water bottle by the very top. Okay, don't hold. You don't want your person in the feed zone holding the water bottle with their hand around the water bottle. You want them to just very lightly hold the top of the water bottle. This way here, it gives you, the rider, more surface area to focus on and more surface area to grab onto when you're going through the feed zone. So have your person hold just the very tip of the bottle, and all they should be doing is simply holding the water bottle in place. And a lot of times you'll see the person in the feed zone either closing their eyes or turning their head away, but they should be doing no input to try to get you the water bottle. As the rider, you want to be the one making the adjustments to get the water bottle. All the person in the feed zone should be doing is simply holding the water bottle still by the top portion. Just hold it still, and again, a lot of times you'll see them either closing their eyes so that they don't get, just kind of, sucked into doing some kind of motion. Just hold it, close your eyes, or turn your head away from the field, and you have to put the trust that the rider is going to grab the water bottle. Those things there, I think if you guys follow those tips and practice those and follow those techniques, I think you'll find it'll make you more efficient going through the feed zone. Again, the feed zones are a very important part of the race. Oftentimes, these water bottles and these nutrition bags you get in the feed zone, a lot of times are like absolutely mission critical to getting through the race. I mean, like I said, just for an example, last year at the Green Mountain Stage Race in Vermont, on Stage 3, it's a very difficult road race. It's like a 65-mile road race, almost 7,000 feet of climbing. It's a very long day in the saddle. And I tell you what, when going through that feed zone, you are looking and you are banking on getting that water bottle through there. I know I was. And it was very stressful leading up to, and getting through that feed zone until I actually had my hands on that water bottle and had it down in my bottle cage. I was stressed out about going through there because I really needed to get that water bottle. So just wanted to give you guys a quick video on some different feed zone tactics and discuss a little bit about feed zones. Very important part of the races. As always, guys, I appreciate the support here in the channel, and I look forward to seeing you guys right back here in the next video.